Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're really jumping into something pretty essential for anyone speaking English,
Yeah.
boosting your vocabulary.
Yeah, and doing it fast and maybe more importantly, effectively.
Exactly. You know that feeling when you're trying to say something but you just can't find the right word?
Yeah.
Or you feel like you're using the same simple words over and over?
That happens to everyone. You want to sound more confident, more precise.
That's it. So think of your vocabulary like a toolbox for communication. The more tools, the better you can build connections, understand things, sound natural.
Absolutely. It's not just about knowing lots of words, but having the right ones handy when you actually need them.
Right. So our mission today basically is to give you some really practical, easy strategies. Things you can use to learn new English words and, crucially, start using them in real conversations.
Okay, let's dive in. Strategy number one is a bit counterintuitive, maybe.
Oh.
Learn in phrases, not single words.
Okay, phrases. So instead of just learning the word run on its own.
Right. Which can mean so many things.
Yeah, you'd learn things like go for a run or run late, maybe you run out of time.
Exactly. These chunks, or collocations as they're sometimes called, show you how the word actually works with other words.
Ah, so you get the context immediately.
Precisely.
Ah.
It helps your brain remember it and use it correctly.
Hmm.
It's not just the definition, it's the function in a real sentence. Makes it stick much better.
That makes a lot of sense. It's like seeing the whole picture, not just one piece.
Hmm.
Okay, so strategy number 2 is about creating a kind of personal word bank.
Yes, exactly. A word bank. This is super practical. We suggest getting a notebook, physical or digital, doesn't matter.
Okay.
And just aim to jot down, say, 3 to 5 new words or phrases you come across each day.
Just the word or more.
Good question.
Huh.
No, definitely more. For each one, write the word or phrase itself, obviously.
Yeah.
Then its definition in English.
Right.
Then, really importantly, an example sentence showing how it's used.
Ah, the context again.
Always the context. And look, if it helps you at the start, add a quick translation into your own language. That could be a useful bridge initially.
Okay, definition, example, maybe translation. Got it.
But here's the key bit. You have to review it. Spend just a few minutes every couple of days looking back through your notebook.
Ah, so it doesn't just become a list you never look at again.
Exactly. That regular review reinforces it, moves it into your longer-term memory. It's like watering a plant.
Nice analogy. Okay, strategy 3 brings in a bit of tech. Flashcards with spaced repetition. SRS.
Yeah, SRS-based repetition systems. This is where technology can be, well, pretty smart about how we learn.
How does that work, basically?
Well, spaced repetition is based on how our memory actually functions. The system, usually an app, figures out when you're just about to forget a word,
Okay.
and it shows it to you again right then. That timing is crucial for strengthening the memory trace.
So it's not just random flashcards, it's calculated.
Totally. Apps like Anki or Quizlet are really popular for this. They use algorithms to show you the harder words more often and the easier ones less often.
Making it more efficient, I guess.
Much more efficient, especially if you're busy. You focus your effort where it's needed most, right? When your brain is most receptive to relearning that specific item. It's pretty clever stuff for long-term retention.
Sounds powerful. Okay, moving on. Strategy 4 is about engaging actively with English content. Reading, watching, listening, but with focus.
Exactly. Immersion, but like active immersion. The absolute key here is choosing stuff you're actually interested in.
Right, so it doesn't feel like a chore.
Precisely.
Yeah.
Books, YouTube videos, podcasts, articles, whatever you enjoy. If you like it, you'll stick with it.
And the active part.
That means when you're reading or listening, you're consciously looking out for new words or phrases. Don't just let them wash over you.
So maybe highlight them or jot them down in that word bank we talked about.
Perfect. Even just pausing and trying to guess the meaning from the context around it is a really valuable skill to practice.
And you mentioned something about graded readers.
Oh yeah, those are fantastic resources, especially if you're maybe not super advanced yet. There's stories or articles written with simplified vocabulary and grammar.
So you get engaging content, but it's tailored to your level.
Exactly. Challenging enough to learn, but not so hard that you give up. Great for building confidence and seeing vocabulary in action.
Makes sense. Okay, strategy 5 feels important. It's about actually producing the language, speaking the new words out loud.
Yes, this step is so often missed, but it's critical. Just seeing a word or knowing its meaning isn't the same as being able to say it fluently in a conversation.
You have to actually, well, speak it.
You do. Engage your mouth, your vocal cords. Practice saying the word. And even better, try creating your own sentences using the new word.
Like if you learn energized, you could actually say out loud, okay, I feel really energized today. Something like that.
Exactly like that. The act of forming the sentence and saying it connects the word, its sound, and its meaning in your brain in a much stronger way.
And it's okay to practice just talking to yourself.
Absolutely. Talk to the mirror, narrate what you're doing during the day using new words that might feel a bit weird at first, but it's super low pressure practice.
Yeah.
It engages different brain pathways than just reading or listening.
Good tip. Don't be shy about talking to the mirror. Okay, final strategy for today, number 6. This one sounds simple. The 3 times rule.
Yeah, it's beautifully simple but really effective. The idea is when you learn a new word or phrase you really want to remember, make a conscious effort to use it at least 3 times that same day.
3 times how?
Any way you can. Say it in a conversation, even a brief one. Write it in an email, a social media post, a text message. Just actively use it.
So it's about voicing yourself in a good way to retrieve it and use it shortly after learning it.
Precisely. Active usage, not passive recognition. That intentional repetition in a short period really helps cement it. It makes you recall it, think about its meaning, fit it into a context. It pushes it towards becoming part of your active, usable vocabulary.
Right, makes sense. Active use is the goal. Okay, so to kind of reinforce some of this, how about a very quick mini vocabulary challenge? Just 2 questions.
No, sounds good. Let's do it.
Okay, first one. Which word means pretty much the same as tired? Is it A, exhausted, B, excited, C, energized, or D, relaxed?
That would be exhausted.
Spot on, exhausted. Okay, second one. What does the phrase run out of time mean? A, finish early. B, have extra time. C, not have enough time. Or D, go for a run.
That one's C, not have enough time.
Perfect. See, even that quick recall helps solidify things, and it highlights that point about phrases like run out of time, right?
Absolutely. It's about the meaning in context, not just the individual words.
So wrapping this all up, the big takeaway really is consistency over quantity, right?
Totally. Learning a few useful words or phrases consistently and really focusing on using them actively is way better than trying to memorize huge lists you'll just forget.
Slow and steady, but active wins the race.
That's the idea. Combine that steady effort with some of these strategies we talked about. Find the ones that work for you, and you will see real progress in your vocabulary and your confidence.
And speaking of progress, if you found this useful, our next deep dive is going to be all about improving your English writing skills. So something to look forward to.
Definitely. But before we go, maybe just one final thought for you, the listener.
Yeah.
Just think for a moment. Which of these strategies we discussed today feels like it might fit your learning style, your routine? What's one small step you could take, maybe even today, to start putting one of them into practice?
Good question. Just picking one to start with.
Exactly. That first step can make all the difference in building that vocabulary and expressing yourself more clearly.